In the mighty name of Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahweh Yahushua HaMashiach. I don't know, it was like yesterday, Daddy, this song kept popping up on my algorithm on my YouTube. And it's called Not Over You by Gavin DeGraw. And for those of you who are in separation and with your Kenyan spouse, in the mighty name of Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahweh Yahushua HaMashiach. Sometimes I just have to say it again because I don't know if I said it the first time. And yeah, you guys are in separation, and this person may be trying to fill your spot or trying to move on. And if you guys are in separation, you guys are in different cities or states. They may be trying to move on, but we're gonna go through this and break it down. I'm only gonna go over the chorus one time. Then we're gonna go over the two verses where he kind of like goes into depth of the song. So if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing just fine. I would lie and say that you're not on my mind. But I go out and I sit down at a table set for two. And finally I'm forced to face the truth. No matter what I say, I'm not over you. So they're trying to convince themselves that, it just was what it was. That was our experience. May not ever see her again. But they think that whatever they're trying to do, they're trying to convince themselves that it was just a one-time thing. And I'm not talking about intercourse, because we don't do that, right? We're celibate, right? Waiting for marriage, right? Okay. So what he's talking about is like kind of like maybe it was too good to be true, and trying to talk themselves out of how they felt about you and how much you meant to them. And so they're walking around their family, they're walking around their friends, they're acting like they're okay. But when that door shuts and when they're in their room at night, they feel so lonely. They miss you so much. They think about all the memories you guys had, and they hate that the separation is happening. But this second separation that's happened, no one can control for real. And God really just did it. And so they're feeling like there's nothing that they could do. You're feeling like there's nothing you could do. And while you're here standing in the gap, they're with a lot of people. They're with their kids. And they feel safe with their kids because they know their kids are not going to judge them. However, like everybody else, they know them to be a certain way. And with you, they're not that way. With you, they are gentle, soft. Most definitely stern, but they love you. And anybody with a good eye could see that. Anybody blind could see that. So, they're trying to keep themselves occupied, trying to do this and do that so that they're not thinking about you. But everything reminds them of you. Let's say they walk, they may hear your name, they may see your name around. They may see people that look like you. They may see people who act like you. Their kids may say things that you say. And every time they turn around, they're reminded of you. They can't get away from you, And they go out and let's say they go to the park. They think about what it would be like for you to be next to them. Because it says, but I go out and sit down at a table set for two. So they've got a lot of people around them. They're not sitting at a table for two by themselves. Unless they're like going out to the bar. Then they look at a table set for two. And they can imagine you guys there. And you know, like I said, they go home, they shut that door, they're forced to face the truth that no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they're not over you. It says, dang, girl, you're doing well. And I thought you were innocent. Took this heart and put it through hell. But still, you're magnificent. I'm a boomerang. And it doesn't matter how you throw me. Turn around and I'm back in the game. Even better than the old me. But I'm not even close without you. And as you could tell, I'm probably like in the middle section. I was supposed to start at the top, but this is how God wants it to be. So we're gonna tackle this down, and then we're gonna go to the top and dissect that top verse. And so marriage season for the kingdom of the Most High is actually coming very soon. And it's not a regular season for everybody else, just because we're under the hand of the Most High. And so what does that mean? You're going to get married. You're going to have the honeymoon. You're going to get down and jiggy with it. One thing I always tell my kingdom spouse is I'm abstinent, not a virgin. So I'm not sexually ignorant. Well, he's about to find out. No, but I'm serious. Like, your kingdom spouse may they may view you in a certain light because you hold yourself at a high standard. You don't do certain things. You don't move a certain way. You don't dress a certain way. Like, for instance, I never got a hang of lace fronts. I don't like lace fronts. I can get a wig and sew that thing on my head. That's different. But like the whole makeup thing, that's not me. And I love when people, do beautiful makeup. I don't have no ill will against makeup. It's just I don't wear makeup. And I'm natural. I'm down to earth. I'm a little bit nerdy, but at the end of the day, I'm my daddy's best friend, and my daddy's my best friend, so we're cool. We're cool. We're in the cool clique. Because if you're not in, I'm sorry. And they may see you as like innocent because they see how you talk about the Most High, how you love the Most High. They see how, let me just fix this if we will. You always praying for other people. You're trying to get them closer to the Most High. You're always talking to them about getting closer to the Most High. So in their mind, they're like, this woman is a woman of God. So they're like, because you don't indulge in what the regular people do, they see you as like majestic. They see you as just different. They know that you're different. And took this heart and put it through hell. That's one thing about Kingdom Wives. That's what we know how to do. Because we're not combative, but we're not a floozy. So we're not going to just take your game and be like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. Like, no, this is reality. I'm a real woman. You're going to talk to me as such. You're going to come with me correct or don't come at all. And so in their mind, it's like, dang, she's putting me through hell because one minute she likes me, next minute, like, she's mad at me. Why is she mad at me this time? They're not understanding that you observe them and you know that they're not spiritually awakened. But even though that's the truth, it still hurts when they do like immature things, when they act immature, when they act like they don't know what they're doing. Like, you know exactly what you're doing. Just go ahead and stop right now while you're at it. Cut it out, And so in their little immature heart, They're like, why isn't she playing with me? They want to play the game, but we're not in high school anymore. So this is real life. You're about to be my husband. You need to stop playing games. You need to stop entertaining women. You need to put me as a priority, and you need to put me first. You know, if it's not baby, if it's not the baby, it's me. Basically outside the baby, it's me, because the baby always comes first in my eyes, especially because the baby knew him before me. It's his child. So I most definitely want him to put the baby first. Most definitely, that's like a mandatory, and he's going to, because they're best friends first. Then I come along, and now we're all best friends, and we're a clique. But because you hold them up at a high standard and you expect a lot out of them and you push them to be a better man, and their immature heart's like, dang, she's putting me through hell because, I just want to play with her. Their kid wants to play with you, but your kid is grown by now, like probably teenage age, because you have to do a lot of healing, and you have to. People talk about that little kid inside of you, but they never talk about how that little kid has to grow. That little kid has to grow. And give me a second. When you're healing, that little kid is growing. When you're doing the things that has to be done between you and Daddy Yahuwah, that little baby is growing, and now, your what used to be a little girl is now a teenager looking at his little boy like, grow up. Kind of like big brother, like big sister, little brother type thing. Like, grow up. Come on, little stooge, grow up. No, it's thing, but yeah, and that's intimidating to them. So he says, but still you're magnificent. Yeah, no matter what, like, they see you for who you are. They love you for who you are. And they know that you're unapologetically yourself. So that's what makes you magnificent. That you're not trying to look at the next woman and be like her. You're not looking at the next trend and trying to hop on that. You're not doing the things that everybody else is doing. You're not in the matrix. Okay? I'm a boomerang. Doesn't matter how you throw me. Turn around and I'm back in the game. Even better than the old me. But I'm not even close without you. I'm a boomerang. It doesn't matter how you throw me. I'm going to turn around and be back in the game. So that's basically us. That's ours. That's our part, because we're standing in the gap for our kingdom spouse, and we understand that this marriage is bigger than ourselves. It has nothing really to do with us. It has a lot to do with the kingdom and how we impact the kingdom and how we guide the kingdom to first of all, wives, we show the people, we show the kingdom how to submit to Jesus Christ, and the husbands show us the love that Jesus Christ has for us. You understand? So that's why it's so important to wait for the Most High, obey the Most High, move when He say move, stop when He say stop, and just you're gonna want to throw in the towel. You're gonna want to throw in that towel, but like a boomerang, you're gonna come right back, because that is gonna boost your energy back up. Strengthen your strength that has been weakened, and you're gonna come back bigger and better. And you're trying to reach certain goals that is going to do certain things with you, but you're not even close without your kingdom spouse. That's why it's important to be a boomerang, because trying to get it done by yourself, good luck. Okay, and now we're gonna go to the top. It says, dreams, that's where I have to go to see your beautiful face. Anymore, I stare at a picture of you and listen to the radio. Hope there's a conversation. We both admit we had it good, but until then it's alienation. Know that much is understood, and I realize. So, dreams, dream. The Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So, giggly. If you are like me, you know, when you go into dreams, it's not regular dreams. They're not something where if you're fighting, you're like, no. These dreams are memories, is what they feel like. They feel like memories. And what are memories? Memories is something captivated that happened in the past. You can relive it and relive it and relive it. And so, in order for you to relive it, it had to happen. So, low-key, I believe that when I dream, I go into other dimensions. Don't shoot the messenger, just understand the message. I'm just trying to tell you that when I dream, it's not like a regular dream. Then when I wake up from these dreams, they are like memories. I've got a lot. I could probably do a whole series on YouTube about the dreams that I've had. And I remember every detail. So, yeah. To see your beautiful face anymore, you guys may have had dreams. You guys are probably having dreams about your kingdom stars. They're having dreams about you. And, just a second. And they're having dreams about you. What are you talking about, Delian? I'm saying that, especially now that you guys are in separation, that they can't do nothing but think about you. So when they're thinking about you and they're not in your face, out of sight, out of mind, they're dreaming about you, and God is Daddy Yahuwah is revealing to them what you mean to them, the significance of you guys being together, and why it's important for them to get with the program, because they have been hurt before. And one thing about it is, the hurt that they've been through was not overlooked. They had to go through it. They had to go through it because if they didn't get hurt, they would have settled and they wouldn't have got the promise that Daddy has for them. And so, they're staring at your picture on social media, or maybe you guys have a picture together somewhere, and they're looking at you. They're like, dang, like, they're low-key regretting how they treated you, because while you guys were together, you gotta understand, you're ahead of them in this journey. There's gonna be a point where they do catch up and then get ahead of you so that they can lead. But in the meantime, in between time, they are a little bit behind, and so they act immature. What do babies do? What do babies say? Little kids. I don't argue with anybody younger than me, because at the end of the day, you're no match. You're not a match for me. Unless there's wisdom coming out of your mouth, I've got nothing to say to you. And there are a lot of young kids who are wise, and I gravitate toward them because I was like that, and I'm still like that today. I talk to older people, and older people love hearing the wisdom that God pours into me. They love hearing what God has to say through me, because it's my daddy. It's not me. I'm not wise on my own. I don't lean into my own understanding. I don't have no power. I won't take no credit. But at the end of the day, when it's a baby, I know, okay, go ahead, talk all that crap you want to talk, because you don't even know what you're talking about. So it's the same thing with your kingdom selves. They're talking all this crap, they don't know what they're talking about. I'll give you an example. Me and my husband were talking about, why he asked, why is it so important for us to get married? Why can't we just be together and be like that? I was like, you have to break that generational chain, first of all. Second of all, it's important for you to be married, because there's so many blessings that come onto you because you're married to me, and because of our unity, people get blessed because of that. And when you just out here doing whatever you want to do, with this girl, with that girl, you know, you're dirty. And he thought I was calling him dirty. So he took it upon himself and said, well, you know, women, they take a break from, you know, being sexually active, but it's only because they've been ran through. And I could do nothing but laugh because what are you trying to say? Trying to talk about me? You're wrong. Most definitely not me. So a lot of things that he would say was pure ignorance, and he thought he was so right, but no, Pookie, you're not right at all, baby boy. You're not right at all. So they have said things, they have done things, immature things to make you upset, make you cry, make you not want to talk to them. And they regret it when they think about you and they sit and look at your picture and they listen to the radio, they hear the songs, they're talking to them, and daddy's talking to your kingdom spouse through songs. And so now at this point, they're getting so riled up in their emotions and their thoughts and their spirit that they hope there's a conversation, that we both admit that we had it good. Because you don't got no pride. You ain't got no pride to say, like, listen, I know I had it good with you. That's why I'm not going with nobody else. I love you. But now they have to meet you halfway and be like, you know what? You're right. I had it good when I had it with you too. You're sweet to me. You're loving to me. Anytime I needed something, you were always there for me. Because they're used to being the giver. They're not used to somebody giving back to them. They're not used to somebody considering them. They're not used to somebody loving them. They're not used to somebody being solid like they are. So when you came back and you did things better and you kind of like showed them a different side of you, actually, you continue to show them a deeper side of you. Like it enhanced when you were with them, how much you loved them. You know, when you touch them, when you embrace them, when you just give them food just because you want them to be happy, you know, whatever you want, whatever they want from you, you give it to them with boundaries. So, and they admire that about you. They're like, you know what? No woman is ever treating me so special. Let's say you guys got into an argument and you apologize. Your apology is not just an apology. Like, you went out and you got them a gift to show them that you really do love them and that you really do care about them. You wouldn't do this for anybody, okay? And you do it for them because you love them so much and you understand what God has done when he created them. You understand? And so it's like, until then it's alienation. That's the separation, and that's what's going on. I know that much is understood. And the separation has taken a toll, literally, like, on both of you. Like, it came out of nowhere. You both didn't have really control over it, and there was nothing you guys could do. And so it's been like that for a minute. Like, your kingdom spouse, probably when you guys were united, was telling you, like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. There's nothing you could have done, though. And then when it did happen, like, your kingdom spouse made up act like that they were happy, but when they all came down, they're sad. They're sad about it because they love being with you. Let's say they were working with you. They love their job. That's what kept them out of trouble. And, you know, now they have to figure out who they are, what they bring to the table as far as a career and, like, entrepreneurial status. Like, what's going to happen with them? They don't know. And you know that they're supposed to be a leader. Because they naturally are a leader. And so are you. So that's why you guys are a power couple in the kingdom. And, you know, what daddy has next for them is going to be leadership. They're going to be the owner of something. They're not going to be underneath nobody. Because you both know what that's like to be underneath somebody. And the burden of that, and not feeling free, and not being able to do what you want to do, and being under a certain limit, and having to answer to somebody. We only want to answer to God because he's the only one who's going to make sure that we're straight. And everybody else around us that's working with us is straight too. Because I know when you get back into, when you reconcile with your kingdom spouse, There's gonna be a lot of vocabulary that needs to change. Like, people are not gonna be working for you; they're gonna be working with you, because it's them working with you that enables you to have freedom to do God's kingdom work on this, like, primarily. You know what I'm saying? So Daddy's gonna bless you with, like, a kingdom team. This team is gonna be praying for, like, they're gonna be praying warriors. They are going to be annihilating, and destroying the enemy tactics. It's gonna be like a little circle around you two, and they are gonna be powerful in the spirit. Yahuwah, Bahasham Yahweh Yahushua HaMashiach Rakatashi. And they are gonna be so powerful that they're gonna know, and there's not gonna be one Judas, not one Haman. Okay, nobody's gonna be betraying you guys in the next half of y'all's life. And the reason why this is so important for you to understand is because you have to be able to allow God to help you have trust in these people. And he says don't trust in man, right? But trust in his plan. So he's going to use these people to make sure that you guys are going to be able to navigate through this kingdom and the things that are going to meet up with us during time as time goes. And these people are going to help you. Okay? And so let's go down to the third one. No, actually, that's it. Yeah, they're not over you. Okay. There's something. I'm glad I looked. It says, if I had a chance to renew, you know that there isn't a thing I wouldn't do. I could get back on the right track, but only you be convinced. So until then. So if they had a chance to renew, if they had a chance to go back and do things different, treat you different, say things different, love you differently, they most definitely would. And there's nothing that they would do, understanding that this is out of their will and that this is a God thing, you know? So, to get back on the right track, they know that when they were with you, that you wanted, you convinced them, like, you persuaded them to pray, get close to God, surrender yourself to Jesus Christ. Do it. Every time they look at you, you're talking about something in the spirit. Every time they look at you, you're talking about God and what it means to be married. They know that when it comes down to you, you're on the right track, and they want to get back on that right track with you, because probably wherever they are, they're not on the right track. You know, they're looking around, they're like, this is not where I want to be. I didn't come back over here for this. You know what I'm saying? And but only if you be convinced. So when they come back, they want to show you better than they could tell you that they want to be with you, that they love you, that they are here to get with the program. And they're going to pray with you. They're going to pray for you, over you. They're going to make the right decisions. They're going to be the leader that they need to be and be the head of the household that Daddy has born them to be, that Daddy has created them to be, that Daddy has empowered them to be. And so, when they come back, just watch. Don't do too much talking. Allow them to show you that they are ready, and support them. Don't just watch them fall, like, support them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean by observe is, if they say that they're going to do something, don't tell them, don't remind them, let them show you that they're going to do it. They're going to start initiating a lot of things. Let's go out. Let's go for a walk. Hey, let's do Bible study, because I want to learn something, and I know that you know this. So how can I apply this to my life? Let's be friends. Let's go out on walks. It's a lot of intimacy that's about to happen, and that's just going to pave the way for their marriage night when you guys get married. because of how y'all get down and how y'all get together, how y'all get along. I could say that that night and for the rest of your life, it's gonna be top tier. And I hope y'all are ready for it, because before, they may have been like wishy-washy. Like, 1 minute they're into you, they love you, they're with you, then the next minute they're cold and distant and don't want to talk to you, and it's just like, what happened to like yesterday? What happened to last week? You know, sometimes it seems like they're down to earth and they understand you. Other times it seems like they're so superficial and they're just like after the world. And this time coming back around, none of that. They're going to be anchored in the Most High. They're going to love on you and stay glued to you like white on rice. Hope you're ready. Y'all gonna be like peanut butter and jelly. Y'all gonna be like Kool-Aid and sugar. Y'all gonna be like chicken and french fries. Y'all gonna be like waffles and syrup. Like, y'all are gonna be a pair. And everywhere that, you know, every time people look up, they're gonna see you right next to him. Every time people look up at you, they're gonna see him like right next to you. And so they want to convince you that they have changed. They have surrendered to the Most High and have allowed the Most High to move within them, and just make all the crooked paths straight. And so Daddy wanted me to come on here and just kind of give you guys a heads up about, you know, the things he's been telling you, confirmations and stuff like that, and also like a little sneak peek in what's gonna happen. So don't be surprised. This is prophecy. You know, and a lot of people say when you get on to prophetic words, I'm not a prophetess. I'm just doing my daddy's work. You know, Daddy said if people will recognize that your good deeds. You don't have to brag about it. You don't have to say nothing. But they usually say that when you go into prophetic words, don't be looking for prophetic words. Let them find you, because that's Daddy talking to you. And before you click onto that video, be like, Daddy, is this for me? Or bless me to understand if this is for me. If not, bless me to click off. And he will move, baby. He loves you. So he don't want you to be misguided. A lot of times they say, oh, this is confirmation. It shouldn't be nothing new. If you call yourself a prophetess, why wouldn't you speak into the future? Why wouldn't Daddy tell you about what's about to happen? That's what prophets are about. That's what prophecy is about. Look in the Bible. So it's not always about confirmation. It's sometimes about Daddy speaking life into your situation, and you understanding that, applying to that, and coming agreement with that. But he has to help you understand if it's for you or if it's for your season. And that is where you need discernment. You understand? You have to have discernment whether it's confirmation or whether it's a prophecy. You have to have discernment on if it's a confirmation is something that Daddy's told you in private. Now you coming onto a video and they're saying it again. That's confirmation. How can I say? Sometimes people will speak about something that you just got out of. So Daddy will have them meet you where you were, bring you where you're going to be. That's prophecy. Okay? And you have to have discernment between the two. But I love you guys so much. And I'm so happy and so honored to be obedient to my daddy and what he told me to do. He's not only my daddy, he's your daddy. And I love you, but he loves you more because he created you, little sticky booty. So I'll see you next time. Bye.